Namaste, great morning, everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit this morning about, this ridiculous notion about arming teachers in school. When you had this recent mass shooting here in Florida, 18 miles away from where I live, it's very close to where I actually live. And you have the Sheriff's Department in my county, Broward County, that are outside of school. Not one, not two, not three, four of them. No one entered the school while the shooting was taking place. These are the Sheriff's Department. They are well trained, okay? They are trained. They carry guns. Okay, and they would not enter the building. Do you really think that arming teachers, and I know, yes, in Texas, all bravado, oh, we have teachers that are armed. Well, wait until you have a mass shooting and someone breaks in there with an AK-47, like a Gatling gun, okay, spewing bullets. This is not like a shootout with two handguns, okay? It's nowhere near the same thing. So to think, oh, well, we're armed, they'll do it. Our men here are real men. I mean, it's just really nonsense. Nonsense. There's a great difference in having an idea about what it's going to be versus when you're actually in the situation. Okay. You've got children there that are freaking out, running, chaos, and you think these teachers are going to have a clear head to where are they going to have the guns? Are they going to wear them on their hip? Are they going to have them locked somewhere? So if they're locked somewhere, really, you're going to have the presence of mind to go get a key, unlock the thing, take the gun out? Okay? If you're wearing a gun, you get students in there. Some of them, are flipping out, drug, whatever, can overpower the teacher, take a gun, okay? Really think about what you're saying. Oh, it's on the cheap. We can get them guns, okay? It's a perfect answer. More guns in the school, okay? It's not a perfect answer. You'd rather children continue to be able to buy AK-47s and go on a killing spree than to limit people being able to buy AK-47 weapons of war, which have no place in society that's not in an active wartime. Now, if our country were being invaded and we were having to protect our homes against an army of invaders, then maybe you could say an AK-47 would be a good thing to have at your home, okay? But that's the only reason there would be a need to have one, okay? And the fact that this children can buy it that are not totally formed yet in their consciousness, they've got hormones raging at that age, yet they can go out and buy a weapon of war. Really think about it. And then we have the other problem with the NRA. Fear the government. They're going to take away your rifles. Oh my God, if they limit the access to that, they're going to take away everything. Really? If you go in to get a shot at the doctors, does that mean they're going to kill you because they're killing one virus? They're going to kill the whole body? Okay. Ridiculous. Okay. Ridiculous. If you're issued a parking ticket or something for obstructing the flow of traffic, does that mean they're going to take away all the cars? Ridiculous. That's basically what they're saying. Oh, if there's one limit somewhere on something, they're going to take away everything. So be afraid. Be afraid. Oh my God, we can't have our rights taken away. It doesn't make any sense. And now again, heading up the NRA, what do you have there? White supremacist, Breitbart anarchists that are screaming everything that's not anarchist, white supremacist, tearing down the government, okay, is socialism, communism, okay? They're always pointing the finger. Look there, look like, don't watch us. Don't look at what we're doing. Don't get a clue. Keep ramping up that fear and pointing somewhere else so that people don't actually stop and look at what's taking place. People need to stop and actually look at what is happening. Okay? Yes, I understand fear-mongering works. It's been used as a tactic by so many organizations, even churches. There are a lot of churches that are based on fear-mongering. Okay? That's not a genuine religion when it's based on fear-mongering. Okay? Come here, we could protect you. What did Christ say? Fear not. You're supposed to be, big religious Christian. Christian is what they say. Fear not. The speaker of the NRA now, she has the tattoo. Oh, I'm covered by the armor of God against evil. Well, no, the armor of God is right thinking, right action, prayer, okay? It's not arming yourself with AK-47s. Please tell me in the Bible where any of it is saying arm yourself with guns. Please. You might want to look up a little bit more about the armor of God. Okay? What is the armor of God? Okay. It is, let's look at the armor of God. What is it? The belt of truth. What does that have to do with guns? The breastplate of righteousness. Righteousness, like I said, right thinking, right actions. The shoes of the gospel. What is the gospel? The good news. The good news. Not fear your neighbor, fear your government, fear this, fear that. Okay, the gospel. The gospel of peace. Fear not. What is the next part of the armor of God? Shield of faith. Trusting God. Okay? The helmet of salvation. Okay? I am saved in the blood of Christ. Okay? The sword of the Spirit. The Spirit. Okay? Do you understand that spirit has no form? Do you understand that spirit has no form? It's not a gun. It's not an AK-47. Okay? Praying in the Spirit. Okay? Prayer. Where in any of that list does it say guns, AK-47s, fear mode? Okay? You put on the armor of God to stand against the wiles of the devil. And what is the devil? Absolutely egotistical drama that does not bend its knee anywhere, such as the NRA. Okay? Why do I say NRA is in league with basically devil? Because they're all egotists, preying on fear, preying on drama. Okay? They're not putting on the armor of God. For this woman to run around and wear that tattoo and spouting this white supremacist bullshit that she's up there spouting, okay, she's making a mockery, making an absolute mockery of what the armor of God is, to stand against evil. No, she's perpetuating evil, not standing against evil. And this is the problem. And I've seen so many times, they take some verse out of context, out of the Bible or any other writing. This happens with many organizations, also happens in Muslim community, Hindu community. It doesn't matter. It's not just Christians that do this. Take a Bible verse or something out of the Quran or something out of the different various texts, Upanishads, whatever, in Hinduism. They take it, a verse out and spin it to where it no longer has any light within it. And they spin it in such a way that they want to try to promote the opposite of where that verse is actually pointing. Okay? So don't be deceived, people. Yes, put on the armor of God. Put on the armor of God. Okay? Rather than this nonsense that's being things. Let's go one more time. What is the armor of God? The belt of truth. Being honest, okay? And this is one of the first things you're taught on this path. You have to have honesty, integrity, transparency. If you have honesty, integrity, transparency, you will be wearing basically the armor of God, okay? The belt of truth, breastplate of righteousness, shoes of the gospel, shield of faith, helmet of salvation, sword of the Spirit, praying in the Spirit, okay? Again, has nothing to do with carrying guns, AK-47s, being in fear, okay? Preaching white supremacy, being an anarchist. None of those things have to do in any way, shape, or form with arming yourself in the armor of God, okay? So it's time for people to get real. It's time for them to stop following these, I'm going to say, false prophets of gloom and doom that are out for one person themselves. They're not out for the benefit of society, for the benefit of mankind. Okay? They're not out there to protect you, to give you wisdom. Okay? Really, they're batting for the other side. Okay? Coming in sheep's clothing, yes, inside their ravenous wolves. Okay? I don't think that Christ, whenever he was on earth, and they're supposed to be great biblical people, great Christians ever talked about carrying guns? Could you see Christ and the disciples walking around carrying guns and say, well, you know, yeah, the AK-47s, we need to protect that because it's going to take away all of our stuff if we don't do it? Really? Are you not seeing a little, you know, craziness in that? Okay. Christ didn't walk around with a handgun. In fact, they didn't take any type of thing of protection with them. Okay. They came to the people to speak and share the truth and to say, fear not. Fear not. Not create, sustain, and develop more and more fear to control. Okay, he spoke the opposite message. So let's look at that. And if you're going to be really a good Christian or good Hindu or good Muslim, let's get back to truth, righteousness, right action, right thought, prayer, and loving one another. Okay? Taking care of those with a mental illness, getting them help and aid rather than turning a blind eye until they go off and murder a bunch of people. Okay? Things need to be restructured, but not in the way of more armament. Okay? You're fueling, you're putting more gasoline on a fire. That's really putting gasoline on the fire rather than putting the fire out. Okay. So again, going back to teachers being armed in schools as a way to prevent this. If somebody's really gone off it, trust me, knowing that some teachers may be armed is not going to stop them. What can a handgun do against a AK-47? Okay. Those with handguns will be running for cover. Okay. So, namaste, have a great day. Let's get back to truth, honesty, integrity, transparency, living our lives in a beneficial way, rather than hate and fear-mongering and trying to tear everything down, because that doesn't benefit anyone. This divisionary, divisive thing that's coming up, and again, I've spoken about this years ago, that things are polarizing. It's polarizing and it's polarizing. Okay? Now all the evidence of this is coming forward more day by day by day by day. Okay? Where do you want to be in this? Do you want to be pulled into the hate mongering, the fear, the shadows? Okay? Or do you want to stand in truth and righteousness, knowing that everything is eternal in nature? Okay? And the only way to solve this, rather than divide everybody in fear and arming everybody to the teeth, is to break down the walls of division and come to some sort of harmony. As scary as that sounds, peace on earth, goodwill towards men. Okay, let's get a change in attitude here. Namaste, have a great day.